That's what I'm saying. That's how you know that he started drawing judgment down on you. What's up, bro? Go back to the second minute. There's a lot of reading, man. So, jump to 15.
Second
yeah, this is giving it to you to the walls.
Chapter 15, verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another.
So it's going into the also the civil wars that's going to be here, right? Good.
And the swords in their hand, for there shall be sedition among them.
That's what that was over there in the land at the capital at that time. When the people caused sedition, where they went into the government buildings and caused all that insurrection. That's what he's saying. He's telling you that's what will be happening all this time. Go ahead.
Invading one another. They shall not regard their
and
kings.
Invading one another. They gonna what?
They shall not regard their kings.
They're not gonna regard the leadership, right?
Nor princes. And the course of their actions shall stand in their prayer, in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city.
Now this is what's gonna happen. Check this out. It said a man gonna desire to go into a city
and shall not be able.
But think about it. Right now we can't go into like other countries right now because they like you gotta have the little things right there. You say you want to be desiring to go to another city or another country or anywhere, you're not gonna be able to, right? Good.
For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled.
It'll be trouble because of their pride. There'll be trouble with plagues. That goes up to verse 7, I think. Good.
The houses
5
shall be destroyed.
That's what's gonna happen. That's destruction. Good.
And men shall be afraid.
A lot of people are afraid, just like the granddaughter said, man, it's coughing on me. People wouldn't have thought about that back in the day. Like, excuse me, probably would, but you wouldn't be as agitated as you was. You kept it moving. Good.
A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
That's what's happening. There's no pity, no love.
And shall destroy their houses with the sword. And
spoil and breaking people's houses. Go ahead.
And spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
That hasn't come yet, but that's coming. Right now it's something. That's 2 Ezra, chapter 15, read 15 on down. Chapter 15, 15. Now you can read the whole 15 because it's all going into this period now.
Behold, said God, I will call together all the kings of the earth.
Now this is the wars that's coming. That's going down way in Zephaniah where he talks about gather all nations together to fight, right? Good.
To reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, and from the east, and the bird, Lebanus.
That's Lebanon.
Lebanus. To turn themselves one against another, and repay the things that they have done to them.
To them is us. They got to repay everything that they did to us.
Like as they do yet this day.
It's still destroying us right now. Putting us with that virus, that thing that's in us and all that stuff. So therefore they got to pay for that.
Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom.
So they got to be paid back for everything they do.
Thus said the Lord God, my right hand shall not spare the sinners.
The right hand is talking about is Christ. You know, spare.
And my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth.
Right.
The fire is gone forth from the wrath, and had consumed the foundations of the earth.
That's the wall.
And the sinners, like the straw that is kindled. Woe to them that sin.
That's the key. It said, woe. Woe means destruction. It's destruction to them that sin.
And keep not my commandments.
That's what it's telling you what sin is.
Said the Lord. He's
reading all 15, right? If you read all the way from 15 to 16, that was 24. But if you read on down, man, all of that stuff is just, it gives you an idea of what's happening, tell you about the wars that's going on, all these things. Go to Matthew 24. Start at saying the same thing. He's been saying that over and over about it. I mean, you do the Matthew 24. All of that's saying the same thing. Ezra's just getting a little bit more technical about what's going to be happening.
Book of Matthew, chapter 24 and 4. And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, say, I am Christ.
That's going into Christianity. A lot of them will be coming, telling you, no, I ain't the way the white man Jesus. All in mind. Go ahead.
And shall deceive many.
They'll deceive a lot about you.
And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled.
See, don't get in trouble because it's all prophesied that was going to happen already. At least the ones that's awake to understand what's going to happen.
For all these things must come to pass.
See, it must come to pass. It must happen. Because the Most High is ushering in a new system. All that old system got to be cast away. Ushering in a new system. So it must happen.
But the end is not yet.
It's not yet. It's going to get worse. Go ahead.
For nation shall rise against nation,
What you saying?
and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, and pestilence, and earthquakes.
Same thing he was telling you before. He said it's going to be famines. Haiti just suffered a earthquake. So he says it's going to be famines, pestilence. Pestilence is the coronavirus. Stuff like that. SARS and all that stuff. He said it's going to be pestilence, wars, and what else?
There shall be pestilence, and earthquakes,
And earthquakes.
in diverse places.
Everywhere. Divers is several places. All everywhere. Right? Good.
All these are the beginnings of sorrows.
He said that all these are the beginning of the sorrows. Meaning, no, what you're saying is just a sliver of what's about to really go down.
Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted.
Now that's us. That's the prophets that's going out there teaching everybody. He's going to deliver us up to be afflicted. That's what's going to happen. He's going to give us, well, not everybody, but a lot of us going to be afflicted because they don't want us to. Go ahead.
And shall kill you.
Some will be killed.
And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
We're going to be hated of all the nations because we're preaching against them. We telling them this is false. They're not going. They hate that we bring the truth out. Yeah.
Verse 10. And then shall many be offended,
He said a lot of people gonna be
and shall betray one another,
have a lot of betrayals
and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise,
That's what God did. A lot of false prophets. Even in the truth, people they're gonna have false prophets that's gonna come out, right? Good.
and shall deceive many.
And that's what's gonna happen. There's gonna be a lot of deception going on. Yes. But that's what I'm saying. You gotta give me that is Ezekiel chapter 13. That's it. Good. Oh, okay. All right. I'll let you know.
It's going to be a van. Van coming? They're going to be out there?
Where's that Ezekiel chapter? The profane. Yeah, give me 22 and 26. This is how you know the difference. Who's telling you the truth and who's the false prophet.
Book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, verse 26. Her priests have violated my law.
He said that's the key. He said a lot of the priests or the watchmen, they violated God's laws, right?
And have profaned mine holy things.
He said they profaned, they never separated the holy thing. They profaned it. They started take like so-called they create like Christmas and all those things to celebrate for like Hanukkah or something like that. Profaned it, right? Good.
They have put no difference between the holy
Got any questions?
and profane.
He said they didn't put no difference between the holy and profane. Like they gathering everything as one, but you got to put a difference. Just like today is the Lord's Sabbath day. You got to put a difference between the holy and the profane. Today is not the ordinary day. Today is the Lord's Sabbath day. Right? Good.
Neither have they showed difference between the unclean and the clean.
He said we didn't put no difference between the unclean and the clean. So let's find out a few things that what he considers unclean. He considers like certain things unclean, right? Watch this. Go to Leviticus. He said we didn't put no difference between the clean and the unclean. Find out some things that are unclean.
Book of Leviticus,
11 and 1.
verse 11, chapter 11, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth.
So it's telling you dietary laws, things that we can eat, right? Good.
Verse 7. And the swine, though he divided the hoof, and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the good.
That's pork.
He is unclean to you.
He's what?
He's unclean to you.
We can't eat pork. Pork is unclean to us, right?
Of their flesh shall you not eat. Of their carcass shall you not touch. They are unclean to you.
They are unclean to you. Keep going.
These shall you eat of all that are in the waters.
He's going to tell you the dietary that you eat that comes out of the waters.
Whatsoever had fins and scales in the waters, and in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall you eat.
That means got anything that has fins and scales you can eat, right?
And all that have not fins and scales in the seas, and in the rivers, and of all that move in the waters, of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you. They shall be an abomination unto you.
It's disgusting to God. It's disgusting to you. You're supposed to be eating anything that don't have fins and scales. Like oysters, crawfish, crabs, all that stuff is defiled. You can't eat it. It's unclean, right? Give me Deuteronomy chapter 25. It's another thing that's unclean. Like God gave us a dress code. Certain things we're supposed to wear and how we're supposed to wear it.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Women are supposed to wear pants, right?
Neither shall a man put on a woman's
They're not
garment.
supposed to wear dresses.
For all that do
So
so
anybody that do so,
are an abomination unto the Lord thy God.
abomination, that means disgusting.
Right.
Go to 2 Timothy. This is how he feels about it. Because y'all gotta realize how important y'all are. Y'all not regular people. Y'all are, hold that. Let's do Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Y'all are holy people. You are Israelite according to the Bible. That's your nationality. You're not black. Black is just a color. Not African American. You are an Israelite according to the Bible. Not everybody are Israelites. Only the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
That's how he considers you. So he said, you are holy. Holy means separate. He separated you from everybody else. The Lord thy God. Go ahead.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee
Out of all the nations on the planet, he chose you.
to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So he literally created you to be above. But we're not above nobody right now.
So why did he create the other nationality?
Good question. Give me Leviticus chapter 25, verse 45. Good question. That's a good question. Leviticus 25, 45.
Book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 45. It says, Moreover, of the children of the strangers,
The children of the strangers are the other nations. He said the children, jump up to 32. I think it's 30, no, what that's 32 or 35. Jump up to 32. The Israelites. Jump up to 32. Read that.
verse 32.
Watch.
Notwithstanding the cities of the Levites,
35.
35. And if thy brother be waxing poor,
Sing. All right. You too. Check this out. Read this. You asked a good question.
Leviticus chapter 25 to 35. And if thy brother be waxing poor,
My brethren is talking about the Israelites. If your brethren, right, be waxing poor,
and fall into decay with thee, then thou shalt relieve him. Yea, though he be a stranger
though he be a stranger,
or a sojourner,
meaning somebody that's not around us, he don't live around where we live. But it's gonna explain. Go ahead.
that he may live with thee, take thou no usury of him.
No, I'm not supposed to take advantage of it. Like if I loan you some money, I can't charge you interest or something. I can't use you because you're my brother or my sister. Go ahead.
Or increase, but fear thy God, that thy brother may live with thee. Thou shalt not give him thy money upon usury,
That's charging interest. Go ahead.
nor lend him vegetables for increase. I am the Lord your God,
Right.
which brought you forth out of the land of Egypt,
Right.
to give you the land of Canaan,
Right.
and to be your God. And if thy brother that dwelleth by thee
So as a brother that lives in the city where I live, go ahead.
be waxing poor, and be sold unto thee, thou shalt not compel him to serve as a bondservant.
He said we don't supposed to, if he not so much sold to us, say like I'm out on a business and he works with me, I can't treat him, I'm gonna have to treat him differently, right? Go ahead, watch this.
But as a hired servant,
I'm supposed to deal with him like a hired servant, like somebody that who works for me and I pay him, right? Go ahead.
and as a sojourner,
And as one of the brothers that's not from New Orleans, whatever, right? Go ahead.
he shall be with thee, and shall serve thee unto the year of Jubilee.
Until the year of Jubilee. The year of Jubilee is every 7 years, I'm supposed to set him free. Even though he's working me, listen, man, I gotta set you free because you're my brother, right? Watch this. Come on.
And then shall he depart from thee, both he and his children with him, and shall return unto his own families,
Go back to his own family. Come on.
and unto the possessions of his fathers shall he return.
Right?
For they are my servants, which I brought forth out of the land of Egypt.
Talking about the Israelites, the Israelites he brought forward out of the land of Egypt. Said those are my servants, so you can't deal with him that way. Go ahead.
And they shall not be sold as bondmen.
You can't sell them as bondmen, right? Watch this.
Thou shalt not rule over him with rigor,
I can't deal with him partially.
but shall fear thy God,
I'm supposed to feel the Lord. Go ahead.
both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen.
He said, now, everybody that I'm supposed to deal with, that I can deal with, shall be of the heathen of the nation. Go ahead.
that are round about you, and of them shall you buy bondmen and bondmaids. Moreover, the children of the strangers
The children of the strangers, of the heathen,
that do sojourn among you, of them shall you buy, and of their families that are with you, which they begot in your land, they shall be your possession.
they shall be your what?
They shall be your possession,
The other nations was designed to be our possession. Go ahead.
and ye shall take them as an inheritance
As an inheritance, like you pass them down to your children.
for your children after you, to inherit them for a possession.
For what?
For they shall be your bondmen forever.
For how long?
Forever.
They were supposed to be our bondmen